Medic 2, you're unreadable. You're completely unreadable.
Communication is terrible. It's broken.
You're still unreadable, Medic 2.
There's a huge roadblock for all our volunteers.
We just cannot communicate.
Record late, completely unreadable. Unable to copy.
We need to have a tower. It's long been a need.
A communications tower would do us wonders.
The Adirondack Park is a pristine, remote, beautiful place for people to live in.
Raising a family in the Adirondacks is one of the best places on earth to do it.
Elevation changes create open spaces between those mountains every 2 or 3 miles where there is no radio connectivity.
Because of the mountains, we are very limited in coverage. Most of the time it's terrible.
It's very often tough for us to know what is going on the rescue because we just cannot communicate.
It's bad enough it takes us 20 minutes to get there because it's so big. It's another problem if it takes 20 minutes to get a hold of us and get us out there.
You get a call and you don't know where it is or what kind of call it is. If it's a structure fire or if it's an MVA where somebody's injured or entrapped or whatever.
There's a huge roadblock for all our volunteers. I needed some other assistance and I wasn't able to get it because I couldn't get through on the radio.
There was an incident last year. I called, said I would be en route to meet them on the road. Somewhere in between, they lost communication with the ambulance. When I got to Blue Mountain Lake, nobody knew that I was coming. I didn't know where they were going.
We had a response call on the W.W. Durant. It was decided that they would meet us at the Antlers dock, but the communication wasn't reaching us here at the W.W. Durant dock, so it delayed the response time of getting that ambulance to the patient.
We did have an emergency call a few years ago where multiple children had fallen off of multiple horses. I ran with my radio to a place I thought I could get communications and tried to say, "Keep the helicopter coming." And it didn't work.
We need to have a tower with one specifically placed radio that can reach into all of those dead zones and make it as safe as possible for our first responders.
A tower is as vital as a fire truck or an oxygen tank or any other equipment we have.
This tower will be an amazing resource tool for our first responders. It will be probably one of the greatest life-saving tools that they carry in their bag.
Just knowing that I'm going to have someone to talk to, you know, not be trapped out there by myself, being able to have that at my hand would be fantastic.
Communication tower would be a beautiful thing for everybody's safety, everybody's well-being.
This tower is going to make a huge difference for all of us. I can't wait to see it become a reality.
A group of people banded together and said, let's move this forward with private funds. Let's crowdsource this and make it happen.
Inlets Fire and EMS has pledged $25,000 to the project.
Whoa.
We have seen people within the county, both year-round residents and second homeowners, come together time and time again.
We've been able to raise, over the years, hundreds of thousands of dollars to support an ambulance company.
We often rely on the public, both residents and visitors alike, to help us out in that fashion.
Those donations are going to be critical to getting us over the hump, to getting it finally started.
My father came up here in the 1950s, and we've been on 7th Lake ever since, now into the 4th generation. It feels almost more like home than anywhere else we've ever lived. Even though we're only here 2 or 3 months a year, it feels like home.
I think the important thing is that everyone wants to feel safe. And that is everybody, those who live here and those who come here for short periods of time.
I think there'll be great support from the summer residents for this project.